Welcome to my short video on Are You a Resilient Leader? Resilience and mental toughness are core skills required for successful leadership. And in this short video, I'd like to give you an opportunity to reflect on whether or not you are a resilient leader. To do this, we're going to look at developing your resilience, and it is a learnable skill. To become more resilient, there's two key things that we can do. First of all, we can reframe some of our attitudes, especially those that negatively affect us during challenging and difficult times. And we can practice several learnable skills that make up the overall skill of being more resilient. So we're going to do this through looking at 8 signs. And all I'd like you to do during this short video is just really, as you go to each of the 8 signs, is just reflect, just to get started on that resilience journey. Do you show those 8 signs during times of whether it's crisis or challenge or difficulty? Just ask yourself, how do I fare when it comes to this particular sign? And the first sign is calmness and clarity. The resilient leader will stay calm and clear in a crisis. So all I'd like you to do is to think, well, how do you react in a crisis? Is it with calmness and clarity or not? Within those stressful situations or crisis situations, the resilient leader will not add to the anxiety already being felt. Instead, promoting that calmness and that clarity that we've already talked about will promote um, relaxing in that situation and looking clearly at what needs to be done. So, how do you deal with the anxiety in those types of situations? Do you enhance it or do you reduce it? A resilient leader practices physical and emotional self care, whether that's through practices like mindfulness or meditation or reflection for the emotional self care, or exercise and activities for physical self care. Do you practice emotional and physical self care? Resilient leaders can adapt readily to new situations, dealing well with ambiguity and uncertainty. How well do you react to new situations? Maybe think about the last situation like that you experienced. How well do you deal with the ambiguity? How do you react when experiencing a setback, particularly if it's in an important project that you're working on? Resilient leaders always look to learn from setbacks, reframe them, and look for the path forward. As part of that, sometimes mistakes are made. The resilient leader doesn't dwell on those mistakes. They put the mistake into perspective and they look to move on by learning from it. What do you do when you make mistakes, especially when they're in stressful situations or on important tasks and projects that you may be working on? In challenging times, the resilient leader takes care to communicate clearly, with confidence, with intent, with certainty, and with sureness. This helps promote confidence throughout the team that things are under control, are being dealt with, and that the resilient leader will deal with the situations. How do you communicate when under stress or when in a challenging situation? And finally, the resilient leader will make sure that they have a support network in place, that they will have people to go to, people to talk to, things to do and activities that they do to relieve stress and pressure. How do you rate your support system? So thank you very much for listening to my short video on the 8 signs of resilience. I hope you enjoyed that. Please visit the Times 2 website to see more about the in-person, virtual and online training that we provide. We'd love to see you on future courses, and or drop me a line and ask any question that you wish. I would love to hear from you, and I will always get back to you. So until the next time, thank you very much for tuning in.